Even if it's you who has been diagnosed with cancer, or who has just gone in, you've been referred to the cancer center. You see, the same way we have a CCC center for people who have HIV and TB and all that. And there's a hospital for them. You see that segregation? That's where stigma starts from. That's where stigma starts from, because immediately you've been referred to the cancer center, you're thinking the worst. Already, your immune system is going down, because your immune system starts from your head. It's already going down. You're like, what do I expect from there? If you just walk in and they take your blood pressure in the air, they'll have to give you nifedipine under the tongue for them to actually do any other thing. Your heart is pumping. It's just want to leave the chest. You know that, right? Yeah? So you've been isolated already, and that isolation is going to sell you the fear already. So now you're coming in already afraid, and now you're thinking those people who are there are the ones who are supposed to actually dictate what you will do with your life. Of course, they're going to dictate it using the guidelines and the syllabus. Oh, ndege inaanguka. Now you go there, you do a CT scan, you're told, you need to come back for a biopsy test, you know what, your samples are going to be sent to South Africa. All this is intentional. Of course, we don't have those techniques, most of those techniques here, so some of the samples have to be sent outside the country for further diagnosis. But you see, how many people, through that fear, have been diagnosed or misdiagnosed with cancer? My friend, I have a cousin of mine, it's called Brian, now about 21 or so. When he was 11, he had this swelling in his mouth, the upper part of the mouth. And I will not mention the hospital, but when he went to Kisumu, at that moment in time, there was this cancer for children that was called bucket lymphoma. Bucket lymphoma is where you can actually Google it and just see how it happens to the mouth. So this guy went there, took about 2 weeks in the hospital, and he was forwarded to the cancer center because of the symptom already. They didn't even ask if the gentleman was using phenobarbital, because phenobarbital can actually cause that problem. They didn't ask the lifestyle. They just forwarded him to the cancer center, and they diagnosed him with the acute bucket lymphoma. Hey, what is that? Hey, you should have seen my relatives asking, hey, hii acute ni nini daktari? I'm like, hiyo wacha daktari atashughulikia. Mimi hapa nimenawa mkono. The guy was put on chemo. Hey, Brian, I hope one day you'll come out and give your testimony. He was put on chemo. He did about 4 rounds. He lost hair like crazy. Thank God he was only 12. He lost hair. He had this pink mouth. He became weak. And then the only thing that saved this gentleman is when he went back for the I think 4th or 5th session of chemo, he was told, this one is going to take a toll on this child. I think he should just be managed symptomatically. That is the only reason why he got better. Because after being managed for symptoms, just give him painkillers, give him drugs to add blood, change the diets here and there. That's how it changed his life. And then later on, I think when he got to about 16 there, they went back to the doctor because he had gotten better. The hair was even coming back and all that. And he went back. And when they ran the tests, they actually said it was a misdiagnosis. And that the doctor who actually diagnosed him of cancer was not there. He was dead. So he died about a year or so. Now the ones who are there, the new ones, are saying this was a misdiagnosis. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Hey, me and my thinking. So now, 4 years down the line, you're telling us it was a misdiagnosis. But this guy was stopped because the chemo was taking a toll on him. Me and my thinking, I'm like, where? So the same questions that I kept on asking in Mombasa were constantly destroying my head.